Welcome to the Selah podcast where we pause, reflect, and grow. My name is Tay and I am your host. And I just want to say thank you for listening. Thank you for talking with me, conversing with me for a little while. Welcome my current listeners and my new listeners. The focus of this podcast is to bring honesty back to conversation. So, with that being said, hopefully my current listeners are sharing the podcast with new people, different people you may know, people you don't know. Push it, push it, push it, so that we can open the door for new perspectives, new opinions, different perspectives, because I want to hear what the world has to say about the conversations that I plan on happening. And I got some good topics this year. I have some good people who will be on the podcast having these conversations with me. Tell me something I don't know. Challenge my thinking. Let's continue conversations, right? So hopefully you guys are pushing the podcast. Like I said, welcome current listeners and new listeners. With that being said, I would like to start this episode off by saying happy new year to everyone. It's a new month. It's a new year. So we all have been blessed to have life. We all have been blessed to have a fresh start. And I hope everybody is taking advantage of that. Um, I know this is the time of year where people do prayer boards, vision boards, they start planning, they start goal setting. And I, for one, did that with my family for New Year's, and I plan on checking off everything I put on that board. I plan on checking it all off. I'm really excited about the blessings and the success. Hell, I'm excited about the downs that could possibly happen because, when you fall, you learn to get up. So I'm excited about this year. I believe this year is my year. 24 will be a good year. I believe that for myself. I believe that for my family. I believe that for my friends. Don't be out here being selfish, y'all. Don't be stingy. You want to go up, you want to press your claim, do the same for the people that you consider your loved ones, right? I believe that good times, success, new experiences, and growth is what's going to happen for me and mine. So hopefully you pushing yours just as much as I'm pushing mine. Don't be stingy, okay? Because the best form of love is support. Don't ever forget that. So again, I hope everyone was able to bring in the new year with a smile and was able to be surrounded by people you love, whether you was at church, whether you was, doing vision board parties like myself, whether you was outside, inside. Hopefully you was surrounded by some kind of love. So again, happy new year. I wish the best to everyone and I hope everyone achieves the goals that they are setting out to achieve. With that being said, y'all, let's get right into the icebreaker question for this episode. So for those who don't know, I post a question for each episode on the podcast Instagram, and that is Selah underscore pod. That is SELAH underscore POD. And I give out these questions and I sit and I wait for people's responses so that I can bring them up here and discuss them. It is anonymous. You ain't got to worry about me putting your business out there saying, oh, see a so and so, Keisha, Brian, whoever said this. You ain't got to worry about that. But it's just another way for me to get different people's perspectives, and to learn more about people sometimes because you close to people or you think you know somebody until they give you a simple answer to a question. So let's get right into it. If you have not followed the page, go follow the page at SELAH underscore POD so I can see your answer and possibly bring it up on the pod. And I can, converse with you too. Get your perspective on whatever it is we may be talking about. So let's get right into it. So generally, I give two responses and my own. So the question for this episode is, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? And I thought this question was a little tricky, right? Because one is mind boggling. Like, it makes you think. And that's the goal, to make you think. But also, it's a very kind of like unreal thing, right? Because we live in a world where failure is, in fact, an option. Some people know failure a little too well. Some people have, been familiar with it. Some people have may not has failed as much as others, right? But it is definitely an option. It's definitely something that takes place. It is definitely something people are scared of, fear. So this question is asking you, what would you do if, failure was not an option? You know, everything is a guaranteed success, a guaranteed go, guaranteed green light, guaranteed check, right? So again, the question is, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? So the first response I got was, they will risk it all and flourish without fear or doubt, right? And this just gives true meaning to the question. And honestly, I'm gonna be real. Even in today's world where failure is in fact the option, me personally, I still say risk it, because you never know until you try. And that's just me being who I am because I'm very curious, excuse me, and kind of inquisitive. So sometimes risk it. I ain't saying go out here being impulsive and reckless, but risk it sometimes. Push yourself beyond the limit a little bit. Sometimes I could push the envelope. And sometimes if it's not you, have somebody around you that would do it the right way though. Like I said, don't be impulsive or reckless. Don't go tell nobody, oh, Tay said I should do this, so let's do this. No, just keep good people like that around you if it's not you yourself. But yes, they said they would risk it all and flourish without fear or doubt. And hopefully the person who said that, you try to do that in today's world, because what's stopping you? What's stopping you? So go ahead and try it, right? The second response I got was, which is funny that they would go to the casino. And you know what? I know a lot of people who would say this. Um, I know a lot of people who, in fact, just be like, "What? It's a guarantee. I'm a walk away with this amount of money. It's a guarantee. I'm going that day, that night. It's whatever. It's up, right?" So I thought that response was really funny, but very honest. Cause hell, who wouldn't go to the casino if failure was just not an option? That means the world would be rich. Everybody would not be struggling. I wish we lived in a world like that, but instead, we're paying for grocery bags. Um, my personal response was, I would constantly push myself out of my comfort zone. Like I would challenge myself a little more than what I do now. Just because failure wouldn't be an option in this, hypothetical world doesn't mean that people wouldn't stay where they're comfortable. Sometimes you're just comfortable where you at. You have absolutely no desire to change some things. And that's not me. In some areas, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. In some areas, I do believe I have no care to change. And I'll do better at that. I'll grow up. But I would definitely challenge myself and push myself out of my comfort zone, with some things. Just go out here and try my hand, especially if I know for sure it's going to work. Right? But that's not the way that the world works. And hopefully, if you are failing or experience failure, embrace it, learn from it, and grow from it. If you don't know how, you want to know how, DM me at Sayla_pod. We could talk about it, right? So again, go follow the page so that I can, one day bring up your response on the pod. Let's get into the vibe of the week, y'all. Let's talk about what I've been having on repeat. I say it time and time again. I'm one of them people who will listen to the same song for 30 days straight. Okay, I'm one of the people who gonna repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Hell, the my favorite part of the song gonna come, and I'm gonna take the song right back to the very beginning because it gets me excited the same way. If you don't listen to music like that, you could listen to music with me. Because once I get excited, I got to rewind. I got to take it back, like, and look at you. Like, did you hear what I hear? Do you feel what I feel? Right. So let's talk about what I've been pressing play on every day, and that is, and I'm excited to mention this person on my podcast because it's always a cold world over here, okay? Always support them, Okay, I tell everybody that's like my big brother. That's like my uncle because just how he be talking to you through his songs, like he really be saying something. And I'm not saying that other rappers don't, cause they do, but he really be saying something. And so the song that I want to bring up by J. Cole is "Change." Um, the beat, is very. You see, I'm stuttering because I'm excited. I'm that pressed to mention this song. But the beat is very gives kind of like a old school simplistic kind of beat, right? It's not the typical drill, heavy bass, heavy drums type of beat, right? And he even got Ari Lennox on there singing, doing her big one per usual. We love Ari over here too. Um, Very smooth, but what gets me is the lyrics, right? I'm really big on lyrics. I always say that. And in this song, Change, he's talking about how he's getting older and gaining wisdom and maturity. And I'm really connected with this song because I honestly feel like I'm in that same place. And I've been in that place for a while. Like I've said earlier, I know in some places I have absolutely no desire to grow up in, but I know I need to grow up in. So this song really has been resonating with me, especially because, it's the beginning of the year and I'm trying to learn to embrace change with open arms. It's uncomfortable, it's hard, but it's worth it. It's worth the peace, right? So y'all go check out J. Cole Change and tell me what you think. Um, Tell me your favorite part and let me know if you try to listen to any more of his music. Because his music is good. It is. He may not be a cup of tea, but you can't take away from the artistry, of this man and his products, right? So y'all go out there, take a listen to J. Cole, Change. It will be added on the playlist. The playlist link is in the bio of my Instagram. So any song that I mention will be put on the playlist so you can take a listen. And you know what? I'll start adding more songs because, yes, I listen to this song every day for the next 30 days. I will. But there are other songs that I also keep on repeat. So I'll start adding more music to, share that side of you guys with me because music is a huge part of me and my life and who I am. So, again, like I said, go take a listen and tell me what you think. So, I want to get right into the discussion of the pod, right? Of this episode. I want to get right into the topic. And this year I'm doing something different. So this year I plan on having a theme for each month. And for this month, for the month of January, the theme is safekeeping your dreams. So this episode and the next episode will be talking about things referring to safekeeping your dreams. And in this episode, I want to talk about dream killers, right? I want to talk about why you shouldn't be so quick to tell any and everybody your dreams and goals. I want to talk about what makes somebody a safe place to express those things, right? There is nothing worse, nothing, honestly, than being excited about an idea or a dream or a goal and sharing it with someone, then leaving unmotivated. You ever had somebody like low key take your joy away or just make you feel bad about everything you just expressed to them? Right? That is one of the worst feelings. Like your excitement just gone. Like imagine, I'm telling you all, like, I'm excited about this year, this, that, and the third. Somebody just like, oh, okay, good for you. And it's like, oh, don't don't be shady or why you gotta approach me in that manner. I would just tell you I'm excited and you really just made me upset, just took my excitement away. That is one of the worst feelings that you could ever experience, especially when it's coming from somebody that you cherish, that you love, and that you really wanted to hear their opinion, or you really just wanted them to be excited for you and with you. You know, you get excited about things and instantly the people you want to tell. Like, I know when I'm excited about something or I accomplish something, I'm calling my family. I'm calling my friends, like, guess what? Guess what I did? Or guess what's going on, right? You want to express those things to people who are just going to be just as excited as you are, right? So, I really want to just touch on dream killers. So, with people who are dream killers, they are just honestly negative. They have a tendency to see things in a very negative light. And it's sad that the truth is that certain people just are negative and they just are dream killers. Um they have the inability to see things going in a good way, like going in a positive direction, right? They're more than likely the kind of people who have failed at something on their own, right? They could have had goals and plans, and these things, sometimes we are privy to that they were on fire about, and they had all this passion, this ambition, this drive behind, and just stopped because of something that may have fell through for them, right? So now, because they failed or because they have accepted this failure and been content with it, they are pushing it out on you, right? They have lost sight of their dreams, and it's just it's just crazy because it's just like it's hold on, and I'm sorry that I feel like I don't want you to feel like I'm all over the place, but I'm just having this thought now, like how something that happens to someone can affect them so bad that they just feel like they got to pull other people around them down with them. You know how people say misery loves company, and that's the truth. And I know it sounds a lot like jealousy, but some people are just incapable of believing that success can happen, right? For anyone, all because of their personal experiences, right? So these are the very people who listen to your dreams and ideas, and they try to induce fear and give advice that really isn't helpful. Like, for example, this pod, I could have went to one of my friends just like, I want to do this podcast. I believe, it's my platform, it's my area where I could strive. And it could really just been like, well, what happens if you don't get no response? And that's not something bad to bring up, but it's all in how you say things, right? And honestly, that's not something that I would have wanted to hear. No, I wanted to hear, okay, what is the response you're looking for? Like push the conversation, keep the conversation open, keep the conversation light, not make me start thinking about everything that could go wrong, right? Because one thing about it, you always have to get past yourself first. I was very open about that. My first episode, how I had to really just get past my own thinking, my own just crazy narratives I was making up in my head of why this could fail, right? And it's just like I had got to a point where, you know what? No, I'm confident in my dream, I'm confident in what I can do, and I know what I'm capable of, and I was able to express that to the people that I went to once I was confident in that, right? And I had to have the mindset like, despite what anybody says, I'm doing this, right? Because I'm my own push, I'm my own motivator. If you don't believe in something first, you can't expect for other people to believe in it, right? So you already have to get past self. So for you to go to somebody who just really just try to take your joy away, steal your thunder, rain on your parade, it's the worst. It's the worst. And so, one thing I would like to bring to light is really just be specific about who you share your dreams and your goals with, right? Be very picky. All in all, be picky. Yes, it's good news, it's exciting, but sometimes you just gotta keep people guessing. Keep them on their toes. What do people always say? Don't let them know the next move all the time, right? Just be picky about who you share these things with, right? So let's talk about how do you know someone is a safe place for expressing your dreams and goals, right? I feel like people like this possess certain qualities. For me, it's, this is no shade because let's be real. You like to share good news with all of your family, all of your friends. But honestly, some people's opinion is just very keen to you. You cherish and you value. Not that you don't cherish and value others, but I'm about to express these qualities that they have, that they possess, that, makes you want to go to them first before you expose it to everybody else, before you release it to everybody else. So, again, how do we know someone is a safe place for expressing our dreams and goals, right? What qualities should they possess? For me, and this is my opinion, and hopefully, again, you guys can DM me, and you know, give me your pointers. What do you think they should possess for you personally? What has been your experience? For me, they should be someone you respect, right? Like I said, their opinion holds value. This could be somebody that has achieved similar goals. They are making the moves that you desire to make. They move and act on their dreams and goals, right? They are somebody who hustle, who grinds, who works for this, who, put actions behind their words. You know, people say all the time that you should surround yourself with people who are already in positions that you want to be in. And even with that, yes, you have to be careful because some people like to gatekeep. Some people just like to, keep you where you at, give you a little bit to make it seem like they're supportive, but give you enough where you don't surpass them. Right? And so this is why, and I'm not trying to be deep, and this is why sometimes you gotta pray about people and their motives and their positions in your life and how close or far they should be to you, right? So even with that, you do have to be careful, but they should be someone you respect. Like you've been previewed to them making things happen, moving mountains, hopping over hurdles, getting things done. Like for me personally, this is somebody like my older sister, Tasha. Yes, I am her assistant, but even as a kid growing up, I've watched her push the envelope for her business. I've watched her go through ups, I've watched her go through downs, but she has yet to lose passion for her business. She has yet to lose faith for her business. Not only that, she's had results, real results, working results. And so she's somebody who I respect. She is somebody who understands where I'm coming from when it came down to, okay, me starting a podcast and, everything that goes along with it. She was able to, understand like, yeah, you're starting off small, but you have to work your way up, right? And I've watched her do that. I've watched her do that time and time again. So they should be someone that you respect, right? You respect their opinion, you value their opinion, and they are somebody who, you know, have made moves, like I said, that you are striving to make. This person should always be somebody you should trust to be honest. Please don't lie to me. Don't fake the funk for me. Tell the truth, right? And even with this is very specific, right? Because honesty can go a long way. This is about being unbiased, right? A lot of people say, they'll play the devil's advocate. And I'm one of those people, right? You come to me with an idea, and I'm not condescending and I'm not trying to take your joy. But honestly, we're having an open conversation about your dreams, your goals, what you want to do. But also, you always have to consider the flip side, right? But when this person brings up and wants to discuss other factors and possible obstacles that could occur, they are the same people who try to help you create a solution. Don't just give me a problem or a scenario and we're talking it out and you don't even want to help me find a solution. What was your purpose of bringing it up? Yes, to expose me to it, to consider it, but at the same time, help me out, help a sister out, help a brother out, right? Like these are people who are willing to say, you know what, if this happens, I'm willing to help you in this area. Or right now, since we're bringing it up and we're discussing it, they're able to say, okay, if this happens, this is what you can do, right? So honesty goes a long way. They have to be somebody you trust to be honest with you, to be open minded with you, right? In that regard, this also should be someone who is consistent in their behavior and actions. Meaning, there's someone who seems to be rooted in who they are and what they offer, right? All in all, confident. It's hard to receive from someone who is up and down all over the place, right? Because at the end of the day, consistency attracts certainty, right? Consistency begets a guarantee of success, right? You don't want to put all these goals out there, put all these dreams out there, and look for an opinion with somebody who just like, yeah, yeah, I get it. But then again, I don't know. But then I get it. It's just like, it's either you gonna support me or you're not. Pick a side, stand on it. So I know how to move going forward when it comes to expressing my dreams and my goals with you, right? So again, consistency attracts certainty. They should be someone who is consistent in behavior and actions. Somebody who, lastly, will constantly keep your dreams, your goals, your plans, your ideas in your face, right? They should be people who you know are going to hold you accountable to what you plan on doing, right? Like all the time. I don't want to release this, but I had an idea to my sister, again, my older sister, that I want to act on, right? Even now, I'm trying to be careful because I'm excited. I want to be able to, like, this is what I'm planning to do. This is what I want to do because I want people to be like, oh, you know what? That's a good idea. Not just for praise and validation, but, to express other ideas in my way of thinking. I'm excited and I want to release on this podcast, but I can't. But I expressed this to her and I did not work on it last year. And immediately, and it's crazy because she will always ask me, how are you going to go about it? But even this year, she was like, okay, I was going to ask you, when you going to start working on this idea, when you going to start planning around this idea. I know it's something that you really want to do. I know it's something that, you believe in. When you going to start acting on it, I love people like that. Hold me accountable. Remind me of my why. Remind me of the excitement that I had. Remind me of the idea. Because sometimes, truth be told, people do, in fact, get discouraged. People do, forget their why. Right? But you have to have people around you who will constantly keep that goal in your face. And my family like to say it's bullying, but it's not. It's just that you believe in the potential of others, right? You believe that this person is honestly capable of reaching these goals and doing and being successful. You want somebody like that around you. Whether it's, you say you was going to school, okay, every time I see you, so what's up with school? Where you at in that process? Yes, things like financials and life, and if you have a kid, things like that, okay, are a factor in life, but still, I'm going to keep that goal, keep that dream right in front of your face to also remind you that you are capable of achieving it despite what's going on. It's possible. It's possible. It is all possible. So, again, you want to make sure you're surrounding yourself with people that you respect, you value their opinion, you trust to be honest, unbiased, helping you create solutions. People who are consistent in their behaviors. Like I said, consistency attracts certainty, and also people who will keep your dream and your goal in your face and hold you accountable. So let's bring it to the terms of Selah, right? Pause, reflect, grow. Pause. Take a moment to accept your dream, your goal for what it is, right? And be proud of making the decision to move on it. Right? I had to take a moment to myself and say, you know what? You really want to do this podcast and it's a great idea. Yes, hundreds of other people, even maybe thousands of other people have a podcast. But this is my lane, and I'm going to be successful in it. I had to take the time to accept it and be proud. Be proud of myself for honestly gaining the confidence to really act on this dream, right? Take a moment to accept your dream, your goal for what it is, and be proud. Write the vision and make it plain. Again, write the vision and make it plain. Reflect. Be specific about who you plan on sharing your specific dream or goal with. Are they a safe place where you can express your dream and goals? Do they check off every quality that I just named, plus the qualities that you may desire, right? Really reflect on who people are. Sometimes I believe people get lost in who people are because of their connection. Yes, we family, but really look at them as a person. Yes, we friends, but really look at them as a person, right? Really reflect on that, ponder on that, grow, move on your dream. One, that's number one. It's always gonna be number one. Put actions to your words. Move on your dream or your goal. But most importantly, keep the people who cherish your dream just as much as you around. Because when the world is against you, or you feel like the world is against you, or you feel like others don't understand your dream, they just can't see how this is your dream, they can't wrap their mind around it. Keep those people around because you will need those very people to continue to motivate you and push you. You will need them to keep you rooted in your why, right? So, like I said, number one, move on your dream, but keep those people who cherish your dream just as much as you around. If you believe in me, let me feel that. Tell me you believe in me. Sometimes people need that reassurance. Yes, I believe in myself, but it also feels good to have a support system and other people you can fall on for support, right? So, you know, again, this month is about safe keeping our dreams. Reflect. Think about the people who are around you. Think about, are they safe enough to express your dreams and your happiness with? Your dreams and your goals. Really think about it. Really reflect on the people who are around you and who you surround yourself with. Are they a safe enough place to be, you know, able to express yourself, express your goals, express your dreams? Are they going to truly support you in that? Really, really, really think about that. Pause, reflect, and grow. I'm always going to push that. Pause, reflect, and grow. Really, really, really watch out, y'all, for those dream killers. Don't let nobody kill your dream. Don't let nobody try to knock you off your pivot. Once you made up in your mind that you're going to put actions behind that idea, stand on that and keep going. One, honestly, and I'm being real, this is something that I really had to take an account for myself. This is something that I have lived out, but I also have to be very real with myself. Like, this is a starting podcast. It's a very new podcast. It's a very small right now, but I believe it will grow. It will be bigger. I believe I'm connecting to people now, but that I will connect to a bigger audience and different people. But I have people around me who believe that too. So watch out for dream killers. Watch out for those people who really don't have your best interests at heart. And I'm going to be honest, sometimes it's hard to see a wolf in sheep's clothing. But be attentive, be observant, and watch out for those dream killers. Also, bring it back to reflection. Are you a dream killer? Think about the times that somebody may have brought something to you. Have you been biased? Have you been discouraging because of your own failures? Really take the time to reflect. And with that being said, I want to move right along to, you know, the part where I shout out a black creator. Like I said, this podcast is for the people, and I want to expose other people, not to just my conversation and the topics that I would like to discuss and the people that I'll have on here, but to black business owners, to different black artists, right? I want to expose and push and support those people as well. And the person that I want to bring spotlight upon is one of my closest friends, Ariana. She is someone who exudes art and is a true lover of it. This I can second. We became friends during my sophomore year of college, and I always tell her that I love to watch her create. Because one, for me, she different perspective and a different, look on art that I was used to and that I knew. We used to be up late in our little student apartment drinking wine while she was painting and I was typing the paper. and I will watch her turn an idea or a simple assignment into some beautiful work. She is also one of the people, well, not even one of, she is the one, excuse me, who helped bring my logo to life, and I love it. Work with people who hear what you want but also can see what you need, right? Not the type of people who try to take advantage or manipulate your need into what they want it to be, but she really heard. And aside from her being my friend, she's very professional because she heard what I wanted, but she also know like Tay can't describe exactly what she want, but she got a little bit of everything. But I know what she want, right? So work with people who hear what you want but also can see what you need, and in the end bring your vision to life. So I encourage you all to go check out her artwork and work with her, hire her. She does painting, graphics, excuse me, and photography. You can see her work on Instagram at the print gallery underscore. That is ThePrintGallery underscore. There you can see all of her work and also view her portfolio by clicking the link in her bio. So y'all go follow her, go repost it, go like, go push her, push this black artist. She may not know you personally, but be supportive. Let her know that people still appreciate art for what it is. People still appreciate black artists. Right? So y'all go follow her again at the print gallery. That is ThePrintGallery underscore, and tell her Tay sent you. And now we're coming to an end of the podcast, the end of the episode. And I really hope that I said something that resonated with y'all. I really hope that you guys really, really are connected to what I'm saying. And hopefully, you guys take the time out to reach out to me so we can continue the conversation publicly or privately. So don't forget to follow the podcast IG um, at Selah underscore pod. That is SELAH underscore POD. You can follow the podcast, and I will respond, right? I'm one of those people, and it's crazy because I won't respond on my personal very quickly ever, honestly. But on the podcast page, I definitely respond. I am also on YouTube now. I have finally put the episodes on YouTube. So all you have to do is type in the Selah podcast, and look for my green logo made by my friend Ari. And you will see it there. So that is the Selah podcast. I'm gonna spell it for some people who struggle. I don't know. That is THE space SELAH space PODCAST. Again, and look for the green logo that says Pause, Reflect, and Grow with a mic with like some leaves around it. That's me. So y'all go on YouTube, go like, subscribe, comment, hit that post notification so that you know exactly when the next episode drops. I never thought I'd be one of those people who would say that, but y'all tap in. Also, I am now on Pinterest. You can find me on Pinterest at SelahPod22. That is SELAHPOD 22, and that is typed all together. I'll be posting and I'll be using it kind of like a blog. I always wanted to be a blogger low key. So there I'll be posting, information about the podcast, quotes, also the people that I'm shouting out to support. So y'all follow me there as well. Like I've said before, I'm working on other social platforms to reach more people and build a broader audience because I am aware that some people don't use Instagram. And I'm working on it. I'm putting actions behind my words. So that's all for today's episode. Be careful, y'all. Be careful. Again, I'm saying be careful about the people you share your dreams with, right? Be careful, be picky, be specific. And also, ask yourself, are you the dream killer? Have you been discouraging? And if you have, go apologize and do better. Okay? And that's it for today, y'all. Don't forget to pause, reflect, and grow. Until next time.